All right, let's jump right in. Today, we are taking a deep dive into the Peruvian auto market, and all our insights are coming straight from the latest 2025 data from Fleet Mobility Today. And what we found is a market that isn't just growing, it's absolutely exploding. Okay, let's just start with the headline number, because it is a big one. New vehicle sales in Peru, they shot up by an incredible 39.3% year over year in 2025. So what on earth is going on? To really understand a number that big, we have to look under the hood at what's driving all this growth. We're going to break down the economic fundamentals, the market dynamics, and then a really fascinating look at the future of driving costs in the country.
So, first up, the foundation. You just can't have a hot auto market without a strong economy to support it. And right now, Peru's economic engine is really firing on all cylinders.
And it all starts right here. Peru's GDP for 2025, $318 billion US dollars. Think of this as the bedrock of the country's economic strength. And this is absolutely key. Stability. With inflation at just 1.5% as of December 2025, people's money just goes further. And that kind of stability gives consumers the confidence to go out and make those big ticket purchases, like a new car. And rounding out this really strong economic picture is a low unemployment rate of just 5.9%. More people are working, they're earning, and they're feeling secure enough in their jobs to invest in new vehicles. So you've got a strong economy with confident consumers. What does that actually do to the vehicle market? Well, it pretty much puts it into overdrive.
Just for a little context, Peru's total national fleet is sitting at about 4.5 million vehicles. Now, that works out to roughly one car for every 8 people. What that tells you is there's still a ton of room for this market to grow and for more people to become car owners. And when we say there's room to grow, I mean it is growing fast. The entire fleet, not just brand new cars, is expanding at a pretty remarkable pace.
Overall vehicle registrations, and that includes all kinds of vehicles, new and used, they were up by 25% year over year in 2025. That shows some really broad, powerful momentum across the entire market.
But, as impressive as that overall growth is, the most dramatic part of this story, the real engine behind that 39% boom we started with, well, that's happening right on the dealership floor.
And here it is. Peruvians bought nearly 212,000 brand new vehicles in 2025. And this is exactly where that 39.3% growth figure from the beginning comes from. It's really a testament to a market that is just on fire.
So who's winning? Let's take a look at the brands that are actually capturing all of this new demand.
And wow, it's not even close. Toyota is just in a league of its own, selling over 38,000 units. I mean, just look at this chart. They sold more than double their nearest competitor, Kia. That is what you call pure market dominance. Now, let's look at the full top 5. You've got the usual suspects at the top, right? But the really interesting story here is in that last column, the year-over-year growth. So Toyota's 18% is solid, for sure. But look at Changan. They grew by an astonishing 46.9%. That's even faster than the market itself. This is what happens when a challenger brand hits that sweet spot of aggressive pricing and modern features. That's a brand to watch, for sure. And these aren't just numbers on a spreadsheet. These are the cars you're actually seeing on the streets of Lima and everywhere else. We're talking about incredibly popular models like the Toyota Yaris and the Hilux, the Kia Rio and the Hyundai Accent. They're clearly hitting the mark with Peruvian buyers. Okay, so beyond what people are buying today, there's this huge factor that could totally shape what they buy tomorrow, and that's the cost to actually run the vehicle. Let's look at the numbers. So, to make sense of what's coming next, you just need to know this one simple conversion. The distance you can drive on 1 liter of gas is about the same as the distance you can drive on 2 kilowatt hours of electricity. Got it? Okay. And here's where it gets really interesting. That 1 liter of gasoline costs about $1.18. The equivalent energy in electricity, just 34 to 40 cents. I mean, that is a massive difference.
Driving on electricity in Peru is over 65% cheaper than driving on gasoline. Okay, let's pull all these pieces together for our final snapshot of this really dynamic market. So here are the crucial takeaways. Peru has a strong, stable economy that's powering a booming auto market where new vehicle sales are up nearly 40%. Toyota is the undisputed king, but you gotta watch out for challengers like Changan, who are growing even faster. And lurking in the background is a massive economic incentive. Electricity as a vehicle fuel is over 65% cheaper than gasoline. Which, it leaves us with this one big final thought. In a market that is already accelerating this quickly, is Peru, a country without any major car factories of its own, about to just leapfrog into an electric vehicle revolution? That is definitely something to think about.
Fleet Mobility Today.